In Netflix's hit period drama Bridgerton, becoming a British debutante involves navigating a complex social landscape. Set against the backdrop of the Regency-Era, the series delves into themes of love, societal expectations, and class dynamics within London's elite. The life of a debutante encompasses three main aspects: competing in the marriage market, asserting oneself, and maintaining an impeccable appearance. During the London season, which took place between winter and spring when Parliament was in session, wealthy families gathered in the city, creating a perfect setting for lavish events. These gatherings showcased the wealth, status, and eligible daughters of aristocratic families, all vying for advantageous marriages. The series often mentions the ton, a term referring to the real-life elite who adhered to strict social standards that governed everything from fashion to courtship. These standards, rigidly enforced, particularly impacted women whose every move was scrutinized. The societal pressure was immense. Any deviation from expected decorum could lead to social embarrassment or worse. For instance, a seemingly minor incident, such as failing to drink a glass of lemonade, could provoke commentary from figures like Queen Charlotte, highlighting the intense observation young women faced. Fashion played a critical role in the lives of these debutantes. Contrary to popular belief, corsets were not instruments of torture. Rather, they were designed for comfort and support. Dress historian Hilary Davidson notes that by the Regency era, corsets were crafted from a blend of soft and stiff cotton, aimed at enhancing rather than constricting a woman's figure. Bridgerton accurately portrays the glamour of the era, while also reflecting the constraints imposed on women who often found themselves frustrated by their lack of autonomy. Under coverture laws, women had limited legal identities, their rights subsumed by their husbands or male relatives. Unmarried women were typically chaperoned at social events to ensure propriety, and marriage was not merely a romantic endeavor, but a practical necessity. Property rights were heavily skewed in favor of men, leaving women vulnerable in cases of separation or widowhood. Despite these constraints, women of the era found ways to challenge societal norms. Figures like Claire Reeve, Mary Estelle, and Mary Wollstonecraft advocated for change, and Bridgerton reflects this spirit of rebellion. Female characters in the series subtly or boldly resist the expectations placed upon them, whether through direct defiance or quieter forms of protest. For those captivated by Bridgerton, the story of Elizabeth, Lady Stuart de Rothesay, and her daughters, Charlotte and Louisa, offers a fascinating parallel. Painted as the epitome of Regency-era society, Elizabeth presented her daughters as prime debutantes. Born in 1817 and 1818 in Paris, where their father, Charles Stuart, served as ambassador to France, Charlotte and Louisa were raised in a world of privilege. As was customary, both daughters were educated in accomplishments befitting young ladies of their status, such as playing musical instruments. A portrait of the sisters shows Charlotte at the piano, with Louisa turning the pages and holding a harp, symbolizing their mastery of both instruments. Their musical talent, much like in Bridgerton, was an essential part of their social education. In 1831, the family returned to England, and 3 years later, Charlotte made her debut in society. Her beauty and charm led to a proposal from the Honorable Charles Canning, son of a former prime minister. Married at 18, Charlotte's union brought her into the circles of power, and she eventually became a favorite of Queen Victoria and Prince Albert. Despite the prestige of her position, her marriage was not a happy one, marred by a lack of children and personal incompatibility. Louisa followed her sister into society and quickly secured a match with a marquess, outranking her sister's husband. As the Marchioness of Waterford, Louisa flourished, not just in her marriage but also in her artistic pursuits. She was a talented watercolorist and an active participant in the pre-Raphaelite circle. Her contributions to the art world were significant, with over 75 portraits housed in the National Portrait Gallery in London. Beyond her artistic achievements, Louisa was deeply involved in philanthropy. She designed and built a school, decorated it with her artwork, and established 2 chapels, dedicating much of her life to the welfare of the people on her husband's estates. Her marriage, unlike her sisters', was a source of personal happiness, despite also being childless. Louisa's happiness was shattered in 1859 when her husband died from a hunting accident. She lived for many more years, outliving her sister, Charlotte, who passed away at 44, by 3 decades. Louisa's life, filled with both accomplishments and personal loss, reflects the complex realities faced by women of her time. Bridgerton remains a favorite among viewers not just for its romance, but also for its poignant commentary on historical gender dynamics. By weaving together tales of fictional and real-life figures, the show provides a lens through which to examine the intricate balance of societal expectations, personal ambitions, and the enduring struggle for autonomy faced by women throughout history. The world of Regency-era debutantes, as depicted in Bridgerton and exemplified by figures like Charlotte and Louisa, offers a rich tapestry of historical intrigue. These women, caught between societal pressures and personal aspirations, navigated a world that demanded compliance, yet inspired rebellion. Their stories resonate today, reminding us of the ongoing quest for women's rights and the importance of self-expression, even in the face of societal constraints.